10 years ago, a summer camp sleepover turned into a bloodbath. I was the only one who escaped. Now, a cryptic message lures me back to the abandoned grounds. Will I finally find closure, or become another victim of the camp's dark secret? Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell to stay tuned for the next terrifying chapter.
The rusted swing set creaked a mournful song in the dying light. I clutched the worn photograph tighter, the image of carefree smiles a stark contrast to the dread gnawing at my gut. 10 years ago, this desolate summer camp, Camp Blackwood, had been a scene of laughter and friendship. Now, it was a tomb, a monument to the night everything shattered. I was the only survivor. The invitation had arrived anonymously, a cryptic message scrawled on a blood-stained postcard, unfinished business. Blackwood. Midnight. Curiosity, and a morbid yearning for closure, had brought me back. A cold wind whipped through the skeletal remains of the camp cabins. Paint peeled in angry strips, windows gaped like hollow eyes. The silence was heavy, broken only by the rasp of my own breathing. As dusk bled into night, the air thickened with a creeping paranoia. Every rustle of leaves sent a jolt of terror through me. Then, I saw a flicker of movement by the mess hall. A figure, shrouded in shadow, emerged. My heart hammered a frantic rhythm against my ribs. Who's there? I called out, my voice trembling. Silence, but the feeling of being watched intensified. A twig snapped somewhere behind me. I spun around, but there was nothing. Just the endless, skeletal trees clawing at the bruised sky. Panic clawed at my throat. I had to get out. Now, but as I turned, a guttural laugh echoed through the trees. A figure materialized from the darkness, a hulking silhouette wielding a glinting blade. Fear locked my feet in place. Welcome back, Sarah, it rasped, the voice distorted. We have some unfinished business. The next few hours were a blur of adrenaline-fueled terror. The figure chased me through the labyrinthine camp, toying with me like a cat with a cornered mouse. Each cabin I burst into held a chilling reminder of the past, a discarded doll, a blood-stained book, a picture frame cracked in two. Finally, exhausted and cornered, I stumbled upon the old archery range. It was here, 10 years ago, the nightmare had begun. A prank gone wrong, a hidden killer, and the screams of my friends echoing through the night. The figure loomed closer, the glint of the blade sending shivers down my spine. Just as it lunged, a memory sparked. The killer hadn't been an outsider. It had been one of us, someone we trusted. It was you, wasn't it? I gasped, pointing a shaky finger. You started the fire. You killed them. The figure paused, its shrouded form trembling. You deserved it, it hissed. You were all weak. You left me behind. It was then that I recognized the voice, distorted by rage but unmistakable. It was Emily, the quiet, brooding girl who had always felt like an outsider. Emily, listen to me, I pleaded. It wasn't our fault. We didn't leave you behind. A sob escaped the figure's mask. She lowered the blade, revealing a face twisted with a decade's worth of pain and anger. We were supposed to be friends, she choked out, tears glistening in the moonlight. The truth hit me with a force that left me breathless. Emily wasn't a monster. She was a lost, broken girl who had spiraled into darkness. Emily, we can fix this, I said, my voice tight with emotion. We can tell the truth, get help. For a moment, there was silence. Then, slowly, Emily lowered the blade and collapsed onto her knees. We spent the night huddled together in the abandoned archery range, sharing our fractured memories. The image of Emily, alone and ostracized, burned into my heart. As dawn painted the sky a hopeful pink, we knew what we had to do. We walked out of Camp Blackwood together, no longer friends from childhood, but survivors bound by a shared experience. Ahead, a long road to healing stretched out, but for the first time in 10 years, I felt a flicker of hope. The darkness had been lifted, replaced by the promise of a new beginning. The anonymous invitation had been a trap, but it had also led me to Emily's broken soul. In facing the nightmare, I had found a piece of myself that had been lost for far too long. It wouldn't erase the past, but it would allow us to move forward, together, into the light.